Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dawson, and I'm back home. And I'm in front of a really blank wall. I'm sorry for that. This wall will have stuff eventually, since I have to move everything from my studio over here. But what I was thinking I could do with this video, something to just start off, something fun, something simple. I'm going to show you guys my movie collection. Just a few things to know before I just jump right into this. These are not, of course, all of the movies that I wish I owned. A lot of them are on Netflix, so I have no reason buying them. Plus, I don't have a whole ton of money to spend on movies. A lot of these I bought used at just my local, like trade-in movie and game shop, that sort of thing. And I got some great deals on a lot of these. These are just ones that I saw that I just decided to pick up. And a surprising amount of them are Disney movies. So look out for that, and don't judge me. So I'm just going to start from the top, work my way to the bottom, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about them. And yeah, let's get into it. So, starting off, and I'll try not to make this video too long. Starting off, I've got Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I love this movie. This is probably my second all-time favorite Marvel movie. Either behind, I think Civil War is my all-time favorite Marvel movie. Iron Man is also very good. The first one, so good. Okay, next one. We've got one of my all-time favorite movies, V for Vendetta. This movie holds a very special place in my heart. I love this movie so much. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm begging you to check it out. It's on Netflix. So, my first and only 4K movie, The Revenant. When my dad and I saw this in theaters, we were blown away, just speechless. This movie looks incredible. Next up, I've got my Lord of the Rings trilogy extended edition. I got this thing on Amazon Prime Day. I think I picked it up for $20 that day. Picked it up. I ordered it. This was such a steal, and I just had to get it. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I got it. Great deal on it. My first Disney movie, The Little Mermaid. A lot of these, my family is subscribed to this Disney movie club sort of thing, so that's where I also get some of the Marvel movies, because Disney owns Marvel, and that way I kind of get my share of it. But I love, regular animated movies too. Little Mermaid, I grew up with. Haven't seen it since I got it on Blu-ray. Sure, it looks great, but whatever. Next up, this is one that I just picked up because I traded in another movie and managed to get this. That Awkward Moment. Overall, it was a funny movie that I could just sit down and enjoy for what it was, but I think some of the priorities in the movie were in the wrong place, and it could have been handled a little bit better. Cast was great, though. Next up, Tangled. I think this movie beats out Frozen, hands down. This movie is amazing. I love this movie so much. Next up, one of my all-time favorites, Gone Girl. I managed to sneak into a theater and see this. Yeah, when this came out. And, holy crap, guys, this movie is one of my favorites. I am so glad that I own it, and it was just such an amazing, experience to see it all for the first time. And so I always try to show it to people that haven't seen it before. Next up is what I think is a really underrated movie, Trance. I don't really think I've ever seen hypnosis really used in film before, and I think this is a really smart movie. And Danny Boyle he's just one of my favorite directors in general. Next up, of course, I've got the Dark Knight trilogy. How could I not have all of these on Blu-ray? Just whatever. Next up, probably my favorite Michael Bay movie, and that's not saying a lot, though. The Island. I think this is actually a really good movie, and I love Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson. I think they're great together. Next up, Fight Club. I love this movie. I tried showing this to one of my friends once, and he kind of hated it. He really hated it, and I was sad, because I think this is a really great movie. Next up, don't know why I have this. I do have Casino Royale. I don't think I have Skyfall in here, but I'm pretty sure Casino Royale is in here. I just needed the Daniel Craig Bond movies, and I got a great deal on this. So, Spectre. Next up, Frozen. I think everybody owns this movie, because the Blu-ray released around Easter, and I don't know, people are picking up those animated kids movies. Next up, one of my favorite comedies of all time, Mrs. Doubtfire. I think this is one of Robin Williams' best performances, and this movie is hilarious. Watching it when I was 11, and then watching it about a year ago, I like getting all of the jokes. I thought it was hilarious. It's amazing. Next up, one of my favorite sports movies. I'm a huge fan of sports movies, and football in general. The Blind Side. I haven't seen this movie for a while. This and Avatar were the first Blu-ray movies that that my family ever picked up. This was before Blu-ray was really a thing. Like, it was a huge thing, and so we started buying these Blu-ray and DVD. So when we have a when we had a Blu-ray player, we could watch the Blu-ray ones, but we had the DVD copy to watch at the time. We were getting ourselves prepared for the future, and look where we are now. Next up, one of my all-time favorites, Monsters, Inc. I grew up with this movie. This movie was... I love this movie so much. We're cruising right along. Okay, next, Captain America: The First Avenger. My dad and I got this in 3D. We had to check it out. I'm a huge fan of Captain America. Decent movie. It's not terrible. It's really good. It's nothing amazing, but it's just a great Marvel movie in general, you know? Next, Forrest Gump. Some of these are on DVD just because of me growing up, and DVD was, we bought movies on DVD, and these are the ones that I decided to keep. A lot of them I gutted out of there. I'm going to try to keep the majority of it, Blu-ray, but this is one of the DVD ones we have, Forrest Gump. I watched that movie. I found it on Netflix the other day and just decided to watch it just because it's a great movie. I'm a huge fan of James Bond, and probably after Daniel Craig for my first James Bond, Sean Connery is my second favorite James Bond. He was the first, and these are all of his movies as him playing James Bond. And I could watch these any day of the week. Next up, probably the animated movie that I watched the most when I was younger, besides Finding Nemo, The Incredibles. If you try to find this thing on Blu-ray now, I think it's like $30 or $40, but with this Disney group, with this Disney movie group, it's like you get one Disney movie at full price, and you get another one like half off, something like that. So, so I told my mom, I'm like, hey, I really want this, and I got this for a lot less than $30, that's for sure. Next up, a movie that I don't think was talked about nearly enough, Hell or High Water. This movie came out last year. Yes, it was up for Best Picture and, Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor, but I think this movie should have won some Oscars at least. It just, visually and script-wise, this movie is incredible. One of my favorites from last year. Next, probably my favorite movie from, I think, 2011 or 2012. 2012. Safety Not Guaranteed. This movie is so amazing. Aubrey Plaza and everybody in this movie, this movie got taken off of Netflix, which is really sad because, I could just watch it all the time. And then I found it on Blu-ray, and I'm like, I need that. So I bought it. Such an amazing movie. Next up, I've got Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. This is the Ultimate Edition, so it's got the extended. I did make a review of the extended, which I liked significantly more than the regular version. But visually, I think this movie is stunning. It's whatever. I have it. I got a great deal on it. I rented it, and then I got it for free. It was like it was a crazy deal. Next two is Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. These two movies have just knocked, the way... How do I explain these? I think that these movies are incredible, and I cannot wait for the third, and I think if the third is just as great as these first two, this is going to be one of my favorite trilogies. They should really stop at 3, just saying. I hope they do. Just watching these back to back makes me so happy. I think these have been executed so well. I can't wait to see what they do with the third one. One of my favorite Nolan movies, Christopher Nolan, The Prestige. I watched this movie just the other day. and this movie is incredible. The twist and turns and how it keeps you guessing is, oh man, this movie is so good. If you guys haven't seen this, I would definitely recommend checking it out because it's one of my all-time favorites. I mean, it's got magicians and Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman. What else do you need? Next up, Nightcrawler. This is such a good movie. It's now on Netflix. I love when I buy movies and then they show up on Netflix. It's whatever. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, his performance is phenomenal in this movie. It really is. He's just transformed himself into a completely different person, and I love the story. For some reason, it just felt really original. Next up, my all-time favorite James Bond movie, Casino Royale. Holy crap, guys. They managed to make a 10-minute poker playing sequence the most exciting thing ever that had me on the edge of my seat. How does that? I don't understand. But everything about this movie, start to finish, phenomenal. I think this is a flawless movie. I'd give it an A+. Finding Nemo. Yeah, I grew up with this movie, for sure. My 4th birthday party was a Finding Nemo themed birthday party. I had a pillowcase, I had the comforter, I had, at the birthday party, I had the napkins, and I had, yeah, I had the silverware. I was obsessed. I even had a Nemo piñata. A bunch of kids hitting a Nemo piñata does not sound good, but it's whatever. Next up, another another Nolan movie. I'm about halfway done, something like that. Whatever. If people are watching this video, they're gonna watch all of it, I'm assuming, hopefully. Inception. Another incredible Nolan movie. I could say that about every single Nolan movie, pretty much. Another absolutely incredible original movie. Who hasn't seen Inception? If you haven't, check it out. One of my all-time favorites, Donnie Darko. If you see this little sticker, that means that I picked it up at the local, movie game place for $6. I thought it was a steal. So what I do is, when I was younger, I would just take all of my family's old DVDs that we don't watch anymore. I'd throw them into my backpack, and I'd bike downtown to this book, game, video shop, whatever, and I'd just throw all the DVDs on the counter, be like, I want to trade these in and get some in-store credit. And I watched Donnie Darko on Netflix before it got taken off, I believe. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but I bought it just because. This movie is so good. Jake Gyllenhaal and the twist, and just, it makes you think. And I appreciate a good movie that makes you think. You gotta put some thought into it. Not those just mindless comedies, kind of like 21 Jump Street. Just kidding. This is one of my favorite comedies. I'm a sucker for comedies like this. I know, sadly, I know a lot of people that would be ashamed at the fact of that, but this, and I think I have another one in there. This is one of my favorites. This is such a funny movie, and Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum are so good. Next up, Ben Affleck's The Town. This is actually a really great movie. From the directing to the acting to the story itself and everybody in it, it's an awesome movie. I remember being really surprised by it when I saw it for the first time. Next up, Cinderella. I just took the Disney movies and I put them in there. Cinderella, of course, I grew up with all of those Disney movies. They're great, they're great. Next up, Act of Valor. This was, when did this come out? 2012. Yeah, so this is probably one of the first Blu-ray movies my family bought. I remember I have memories of watching this with my dad in like 7.1 surround sound in Blu-ray, and just being amazed how the guns could be shooting from one side to the other side, and you could hear all of that, and I remember being blown away by it. Whatever. I remember it being a pretty decent movie. The acting was pretty bad, but whatever. Next up, one of my favorites, No Country for Old Men. Everything about this movie is perfection. I I watched this one day, and then the next day I watched it again. I always try to watch movies with different people because I want to see their reactions. And this movie, I really think it takes a twist that usually a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people would like it. But for me, I think it's a flawless movie. Next up, another sports movie, 42. This movie is, I think I watched it in theaters, and I really enjoyed it. I remember it being really well done. Silver Linings Playbook. One of my favorites from 2012, and honestly, I think just all of the performances and how the script, I remember enjoying the script in general. I thought it was great. Whew. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some water here soon because this is, whew. Okay. One of my favorite comedies, Zombieland. Everybody in this movie is hilarious, and everything about this movie. The Bill Murray scene. Oh my gosh, this movie's so good. You guys should watch it if you don't know what I'm talking about. Next, Jurassic Park, a classic. This is the only Jurassic Park I own, and until a good Jurassic Park gets made worth buying on Blu-ray, I'm not going to own another one. I got to see Jurassic Park in IMAX 3D when it got re-released, I think in like 2011 or something. Yeah, that was a fun experience to see in theaters for sure. And the 3D was surprisingly really well. Next up, one of my dad's all-time favorite movies, which he kind of got me to love, is Dances with Wolves. All around, great movie, and I grew up with it. I don't know if it's the best movie to have grown up with, but, you know. Whew, another Marvel movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. How can anyone not love this movie? It just took Marvel movies and kind of just flipped them on its head a little bit, and like, hey, all space, you know, you got Guardians of the Galaxy. One of my favorites, for sure. I think one of my top 3 favorite Marvel movies. Next up, The Martian. When I saw this in theaters for the first time, I was kind of blown away at the fact that it gets done, and I had to remind myself, like, wait, that didn't actually happen. Like, this movie is really good. Oh, Tarantino's first movie, Reservoir Dogs. The first time I saw this movie, it was on TV, which took out a lot of the violence, and so when I bought it and when I saw it for the first time, it was like, oh, okay, I'm dancing around somebody and about to chop off his ear. Yeah. Great movie, though. It's essentially, for those of you that don't know, it is a heist movie without the heist ever being shown, and we see the aftermath. It's so good. Next, the visually stunning 300. I think this is Zack Snyder's best movie that he's done. This is a really good movie. Only if Zack Snyder could be handed a good script, and he could knock the visuals out of the park. Next, we have Beauty and the Beast, which my mom and I have planned. This isn't even opened. This isn't even plastic and stuff still on this. My mom and I have plans to see Beauty and the Beast this weekend because I'd like to review it with her. I think that'd be pretty fun. So, Beauty and the Beast. I grew up with the Christmas special, Beauty and the Beast, and then of course I saw Beauty and the Beast on VHS. We Bought a Zoo. I haven't seen this movie. I just remember it showing up one day, and I like to take the plastic off of movies, so I did. But if I wouldn't have taken the plastic off, I haven't seen this movie. I hear good things, I think, but haven't seen it. Next, The Amazing Spider-Man. I think this was the first midnight showing I had ever been to. Maybe The Dark Knight Rises was. Whichever one came first in 2012. Yeah, this midnight showing was a lot of fun because I got to travel to a huge theater about an hour away with my friends, and we got to see it, and 12-year-old Dawson enjoyed it. Now, it has some problems, but that's alright. I can get past that. What to do next? Also, Apollo 13. These are a lot of movies that my dad had me watch when I was younger, and just fun movies. Fun, I guess, memories I have with a lot of these. Braveheart, another one my dad and I grew up watching. I grew up watching with my dad. Um, and yeah, Apollo 13, Braveheart, Pocahontas, and Pocahontas 2. I've seen the first Pocahontas, haven't seen the second Pocahontas, haven't watched this Blu-ray yet. But again, of course I saw them on VHS. I just had this huge tub of VHS movies that I'd watch all the time. Next up, Birdman. How could I not own this movie? Alejandro G. Inarritu. I'm so happy that I own The Revenant in this movie because visually, just everything he does, whether that's story or how he directs the actors, actresses, and just visually, just exploding movies. They're amazing. A DVD that I have, The Bourne Identity. I tried to watch this again the other day, and I know that I should love this movie, you know, but I have a hard time loving it. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, but I just kind of have a problem with it. Maybe it's because my parents and my uncle watched this movie so much when I was younger that I just genuinely don't really enjoy it anymore. I don't know. Next up, the only Terminator movie that I own, T2, Judgment Day. This movie is great. Whether you're talking about the effects or... I remember this is a great movie, especially watching on Blu-ray and having that surround sound, and whew, it's good. I'm taking the rest of the movies off because you guys can't see them anymore. So, here we go. Okay, Unbroken. Saw this movie in theaters, loved it. Saw it twice in theaters, actually. The Hurt Locker, an amazing war movie. Catherine Bigelow, oh my gosh, so good. Next up, only Transformers movie I own, and I got it in 2007. Transformers, the first one. It's alright. Could be a lot worse, like the other ones. Another R-rated comedy that I just sit down and watch mindlessly. We Are the Millers. I love this movie so much. I've seen this movie so many times. I still think it's hilarious. Don't judge me. The only TV show that I actually own, True Detective. I'm not going to get into this TV show because it would take quite a while to tell you all of my thoughts on this. So I'm just going to sum it up by saying this TV show is incredible. And I wish that the second season could have been just as great. So, last two, Sahara. One of my all-time guilty pleasure movies. Didn't do well at the box office. Bombed pretty badly. I grew up with this movie. My family watched this movie. One of my guilty pleasure movies. The last movie that I own. Well, I'm pretty sure I have other movies. I have Avatar out there and a few others floating around somewhere. X-Men First Class. I love this movie. I saw this movie in theaters, and I was really happy with it, really impressed, and really surprised of how good it was. So, those are all of my movies, and now I have to put them back. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe. I will have my other two videos up on the screen for you guys, and a place to subscribe. I really hope you guys check out my other content. I have some awesome stuff coming up in the future, and I'm planning on changing up this wall, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time.